when internet was offered to the whole world in the initial times, I'm talking of late 60s and early 70s, there was an underlying assumption that the network is inherently secure and trustworthy. And that is why we see that the initial protocols used for implementing communication over these networks were not meant to provide security. Later, however, the concept of security has started getting an ever-increasing attention. In this module, we should look at the concept of security and its implementation aspects. Security is something with respect to threat. If we feel threatened from something, we want to be secure. Threat is defined to be comprising two components: the capability of the aggressor and the intention of the aggressor. If either of them is missing, the overall threat is reduced to zero. But if both of these exist, threat exists. We'd see how we formally define threat. So security is the protection of information systems from threat. This threat could be physical compromise. Threat also involves disruption and misdirection to the desirable service which the users are seeking. So security is a means that provides prevention against this kind of vulnerability. Security is implemented through formal systems called security systems. These security systems include the control and the management of physical media, the hardware, the underlying communication channels. Security is implemented through the protection against harms which might arise on network access to the data and through malicious code injection. While implementing a security system, one would always like to go for the best. But sometimes it is not worthwhile to invest hundreds and thousands of rupees on a security requirement that is menial in impact. So, whenever security systems are discussed, there is a kind of trade-off which is required. The security has to be seen with respect to the deployment cost, the operational cost, and the difficulty to maintain the secure system in an operational way. If it is a highly or rather overly secure system, it is going to invite workarounds because the user system would feel bothered and pressurized to look for workarounds. So the thumb rule is a simple expression that says that the cost of security implementation has to be much, much less than the cost of recovering from the security breach or lapse. If this particular inequality is not held, the security system does not make viable sense.